If you purchased this Wolverine figure from Mezco, you know that this figure is incredibly dynamic. It's very small, but it's got a lot of posability. And that base with the light up eyes and the pulsing chest really brings a whole new dynamic to it. However, that floating hand is a little bit odd on that Sentinel. And it's even more odd that they didn't put a light in there. So to me, it was missing a little bit of spark. And that little bit of light, to me, makes a big difference. Let me show you what I mean. This is what I did to my figure. This is my particular personal piece, and I figured it needed another light in the hand. It already had a hole in there, so I just carved it out, drilled it a little deeper, fed it some lines, and let me show you how I did that. So this is a very short and simple video, and just to be upfront with you, these entire lighting pieces are all from evandesigns.com. I purchased them with my own money for my own piece here. This is the power switch on the back. There is one on the shoulder that comes already stock with the figure. But now that we have it turned upside down, let's pull those screws out of there to pull off this cover and show you what's on the inside. Now I've already done the work, but I'm going to show you what I did. Now after you remove all of those tiny screws, you pull it open and this is what you find yourself with. There is a circuit board that is already built in there, and I suggest you don't even mess with it, because if you try to rob any of the power that's going to this circuit board to any of those lights, you're going to drain the power from those other particular lights. So it is best to tap into the source itself. The two black lines from the top are coming from the head. These two power lines down here go to the switch that's on the shoulder. The switch that's on the left is on the bottom left by my thumb. And this is the power switch here that's on the shoulder. This is the switch that I installed. So I had to hardwire this light to this switch to then hardwire it to the actual battery terminals, the negative and the positive side. Now this goes to the positive. That's why I spliced it in there. You see the heat shrink there. And then I spliced the other one and soldered it into the negative terminal. And that way I was able to take power from the battery, which is a AAA battery. There's 3 of them in there. Actually, there's 2. And that gives me enough voltage to run it continuously and separately. And this is the switch that I installed. I had to drill it and I attached it with UV resin. This is the kit that I purchased off of eBay. Actually, I'm sorry, I purchased it off of Amazon. There's 25 of these little tiny lights that come in the kit. It's only $10. Comes with everything you need except, of course, the battery. Now, these are the instructions that come with that kit, and if you want the wireless unit, it's there that you can purchase. I ended up going with this particular segment because I didn't need that. It's just the lights, there's a battery source that you can use if you don't have one, and of course the quick connect pieces. I ended up, as I mentioned, soldering these in directly to the battery terminals. I drilled the hand, fed the lines through, and I fished them out with some tweezers because they are very small and they tend to not push through all the way. So you're going to have to fish them out, the blue and the red wire. And then you can solder them to the particular terminals that you have for your particular unit. If this is the unit you have, this is what you are looking at, then you can do this very simple. And of course you can take these particular directions and go with any other unit you may want to. Now let's put this all back together and show you how it all works. Now before we end this video, I do want to show this switch one more time from evandesigns.com, and it comes pre-wired. It's all set and ready to go for you just to attach to your project. You can get it like this with a battery and a switch. I did not get a battery, I had to purchase that later, but you can also get the switch by itself and then attach it to your project. Meanwhile, you always want to make a test of those lights, especially when they come from China. You don't know what's going to work and what isn't. So before you install it, make a test with that switch aside and not installed in the unit yet. And you can get these lights in white, in orange, and the multicolor that you'll see in just a moment. So I hope that you learned something today. I hope that it was beneficial to you. Don't forget, we're hitting 6,000 subscribers, and we've got something else to give away. In the meantime, keep customizing those figures, and we'll see you here next time.